What's up guys, Digmbot here, and we're taking a look at Bayonetta on the PC now. This is just going to be a basic port report, just talking about the options they put in the game and how does it perform overall. We're not going to go into a lot of real specific situations because hardware is different for everybody, but this is going to be more about how has the game been moved over to the PC. So, first off, you've got your controller. You can turn vibration on or off. Now, I'm one of those people that actually likes vibration. You've got your controls here. Cannot remap them. I wish you could, but you can't. Now, if you want to play with keyboard and mouse, feel free, but I definitely would not recommend it with this game. Now, you see there you have mouse sensitivity. Now, you can set secondary bindings for all this stuff if you want to. So, let's say I wanted that to be up arrow. I can do that. That's nice and easy. Now, I don't want to change that. Camera. You can invert the camera axis. You can change the camera speed. There's a lot of good options there. Sound. So you've got an effects volume and a music volume. There is no master volume. You have headphone mode on or off, and that's pretty much it. Display settings. This is where you can change your brightness, turn subtitles on or off. This subtitle language comes from your Steam settings, weirdly enough, so you can change it, but by default it comes from your Steam settings. I guess that's interesting. UI on or off, tutorial on or off, and then graphics. So you can change your output monitor. This thing does support a bunch of resolutions. I'm actually going to be playing it in 2715 by 1527 to kind of show you guys how well it runs, because it will downsample it to 1080. Borderless window in full, and it does show you how much VRAM you're going to be using. Graphics quality, I don't know how this got set down here. Let's crank it all the way up to custom. You've got MSAA. This is going to be your biggest resource hog. You've got texture quality, texture filtering, shadow quality, screen space ambient occlusion. So you can see we're going to be using a lot there. HDR and VSync off. Go away, VSync. So we're going to run this game pretty much maxed out for you here. Alright guys, so I turned on the MSI Revistuner stuff for you, so you can see my GPU, you can see the CPU and the frame rate. Now, one thing to note before we hop in here, the frame rate is going to be capped at 30 during cutscenes. However, I'm just going to start a new game for you guys because, yeah, that's fine. Because the opening set piece is actually a really good gauge of how this game is going to run. There are some things that will cause some problems, like some alpha transparencies and stuff, but for the most part, this game is extremely solid, and you can get a nice little bump to your picture quality by running it above 1920 by 1080 if your system will do it. Now, this is running on my machine with the 980 in it, not the 1080s, so a little more reasonable of a rig for a lot of people. And they have done a lot of work to this game. So a lot of the textures look great, a lot of the visuals have been improved a lot. Remember, the old versions of the game ran in 720, and they looked awful because of it.
Long since erased from the records of time, there once existed two European clans who served as overseers of history for the powers that be. The Umbra Witches, dwellers of the...
You'll notice that the frame rate really hasn't moved at all. And it's hovering around 50% GPU and maybe 40% CPU. This game runs great, which is nice, because Platinum Games has not been known for great ports in the past. There's been some serious problems with a few of them. But there's a lot going on screen, a lot of effects, a lot of craziness, and games hold it rock steady at 60, so tested it on a couple other systems. It runs on damn near anything. Of course, now this is a 5-year-old game, but they've really done a good job of upscaling it and making it look better.
In an era of strife, the conflict between the Umbra.
Alright, so let's jump out to the title screen and see how this performs in a different environment, shall we? Although I do have to say, I am rather impressed with how it runs so far. The load times are extremely minimal, and I'm going to skip the cutscenes for you guys. Like, there we go. We used to be able to run around and practice moves in there, but you can't anymore. They're too short. As you guys can see, some of the textures here that used to look really bad do look a lot better. Texture filtering definitely helps. The train while not the prettiest thing in the world, definitely looks way better than it did back in the day. Still maintaining a rock solid, well, mostly rock solid 60. I mean, 59.9. Really. A lot of stuff just looks really good. There we go. So the game still plays great. Hasn't really changed in that regard. But the way that they've managed to upscale it, like I said, very impressive. I have yet to really get it to break down, and I've put it through some pretty heavy situations with some serious fighting, and it just continues to run right along at 60 FPS. You pretty much can't... Oh, really? Pretty much can't make it break the frame rate. Fighting is still glorious. I think the most important thing to know is that it does run amazing, or it does control amazingly well with the Xbox controller. It does not for the mouse and keyboard. It is playable, but you want to be playing this game with a controller, so just bear that in mind. So a lot of people are going to ask, you know, is this game worth $19.99 for what's essentially a 5-year-old game? Given how well it runs and how good they have managed to make it look, absolutely it's worth $19.99. This is a great game. It's got a really fun story. It's got a great playstyle. I mean, this is one of the games that Platinum is best known for. I mean, for God's sake, she has guns on her feet. So yes, this game is absolutely worth picking up on Steam if you've never played it before. And if you've played it before and want to play what could easily be considered to be the definitive edition, by all means, shell out that $19.99. You won't regret it. And I can report that it is an extremely solid port. So yeah. Alright guys, that is going to do it for me, but thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. I have some demons and angels to go kill. Hey, did you enjoy that video? Awesome! How about you click that subscribe button right there, or that Patreon button, or if you're too lazy to do either one of those, check out these other two videos. I bet you'll like them.